Everybody, I'm Allie Began. We took a little break, but we're back with Wisdom for Living. Now, Rosh Hashana is around the corner, and I know that it falls out at exactly the same time as school begins, which means that for a lot of us, we've spent more time at Target buying mechanical pencils than we have reflecting on the meaning of the holiday. But it's essential that we don't go into Rosh Hashana unprepared. Very soon, we're going to hear the sound of the shofar, and I hope my kids aren't watching this video. We're going to hear the sound doot, 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 doot. And we have to be prepared. There's a Jewish story about a country man who went to visit his uncle in the city. And his uncle was very, very rich. And when he went to visit his uncle, he entered his house. His uncle rang a bell. And every time he would ring the bell, servants would come with delicacies and desserts and the finest things. And when the countryman came back to his house, he said to his wife, "That's it, we got to get one of those bells." So he went to a store and he crafted a beautiful bell. But when he rang it, no servants, no fancy desserts, no fancy foods. The same is true for the shofar. What we can achieve when we hear the shofar is unparalleled, but you have to be prepared. So what I'd like to do is give you a way to walk into Rosh Hashanah with the right mindset, with the clarity that you need to face the shofar prepared. Again, the shofar has 3 sounds. The first is tekiah. Doo. It sounds like a trumpet coronating a king. King? What king? Well, in Judaism we say the king of the universe. The one who created the world, sustains the world minute by minute, and is actively and absolutely involved with every aspect of your life. That king. But in the course of a daily life, we forget our king, we push him away, and we run our own little fiefdom. Our thoughts, our opinions, our values, what makes sense for us, our desires, our impulses. They run our little kingdom, not the king of the world. On Rosh Hashanah, we push our own ego aside and we invite the king to run our world by asking ourselves questions like, would God be comfortable the way I speak to my children, to my spouse, to my employees? Would God be comfortable in the way I present myself, in the way I talk, in the way I dress? Making God king. Coronating God king means making him number one in your life. And that's the sound of the tekiah. Sound number 2 is shvarim. Doot, doot, doot. It sounds like a cry, like a wail, and that's exactly what it is. You see, we make the mistake of thinking we're just us. We're like a monolithic whole, but we're not. We're created with a dual nature. We're a soul, and that soul is perfect. It wants clarity. It wants to achieve. It wants to do the right thing. It wants to wake up in the morning and go. Ultimately, it wants to be connected to our Creator. But we have a body, and that body talks loudly. Give me what I want, when I want it, make me comfortable now. It's that body that checks your phone. Even though it checked your phone 9 seconds earlier, it's still just doing what it feels like, when it feels like, when it wants it, now. On Rosh Hashanah, we allow our soul to talk. Our soul cries out, help me be more expressed in the life of this person, in my life. I want my soul to run my life, not my body. That's the sound of shvarim. And the last sound, trua. 9 little beeps. It sounds almost like an alarm clock. And that's exactly what it's meant to be. It's designed to wake you up. Get clarity. What are you living for? What is most important in your life? If you say that the most important things in your life are your Jewish identity, being aware of God, being a good spouse, taking care of your kids well, being the best mother, child to your parents, ethical person you can be, then you've got to live accordingly. You've got to live and behave according to your highest values. That's the alarm clock designed to wake you up. So we've got Tekiah, coronating the king. We've got Shvarim, allowing your soul to express itself more fully in your life. And we've got Trua, the alarm clock designed to wake you up and get clear about what you're really living for. Meditate on these three principles. And then when you enter into Rosh Hashana, you'll be prepared. And when you hear the sound of the shofar, it won't just sound like some nice empty Jewish musical ritual or jarring or alien or boring. It will be the most beautiful sounds you will ever hear the entire year. From David and myself, we wish you a Shana Tova U'Metuka, a happy, healthy, sweet new year for yourself, for your family, and for all of the Jewish people. Happy Rosh Hashanah.